What's going on, people? Myke C-Town here. Thank you for clicking a video on my channel. Today I am giving y'all my top 20 favorite albums so far of 2024. Yeah, I'm a bit late. We're kind of past the midway point of this year, but you know, I got busy, and then busy turned to lazy, lazy turned to apathetic, and yeah, here we are. So I wasn't even gonna do this video, but thanks to some folks on Twitter who said that it's really not that late, just go ahead and do it, I'm going ahead and I'm doing it. So yeah, so this is not all of the albums that I listened to this year, of course. This is not all of the albums that I listened to and enjoyed this year, of course. This is just the albums that I feel like I returned to the most this year, of course. You'll also notice, of course, that there's no hip hop on this list, and that's because I went and did a mid-year best of 2024 hip hop list with my boys at Dead End Hip Hop. I will link that video down there. Even though your boy is gone, that's still the best hip hop channel on the YouTuberies. So yeah, go check that out. But yeah, I'm gonna try to just kind of fucking zoom through this. Yeah. But before we get into my list, I feel like I always have to say, even though it does no good because people still leave stupid comments, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it anyway. This is my list. This is not your list. If you do not like my list, nobody cares. But feel free to leave your list down there in the comments section so we can all tell you how terrible your taste is. Okay? So yeah, that all out of the way. Let's get into it. At number 20, we have Sect with Plagues Upon Plagues. This is a killer, amazing, just aggressive hardcore album. The kind of hardcore that's right up my alley. Nasty, filthy, pissed off, heavy, and politically and socially aware. These are all things that I want from my hardcore, and Sect delivers it. The only reason this is so low on my list is because I just heard it like recently, like a few weeks ago. I didn't even know it came out yet, but it came out in June, and yeah, it's seriously an awesome record. At number 19, we have Beth Gibbons with Lives Outgrown. But yeah, this is a singer of Portishead doing this really cool kind of, I don't know if this is even a genre, but like chamber folk, I guess. Really dark and somber sounding, and her voice sounds just as beautiful as it did 30 years ago. At number 18, we're going with Phosphorescent with Revelator. I don't know if you want to call it alt-country, indie rock. I don't know, who cares? Labels are stupid. Either way, it's a really, really good album. At number 17, we have, I think it's pronounced Movisium, I don't know. And the album title, again, I don't know. You can read it, it's on the screen. But this is a project by Swartatathus, whose name, I feel like I almost had it. And I was able to stop having Tom from White Filth Vinyl do it. But I think I'm fucking it up again. But whatever. Yeah, this is the newest EP from him, and it's really, really good, fast, aggressive, but still kind of mystical black metal that's really, really, really infectious. Yeah, excellent record. Number 16, we have New Duo with Studio City, and this is my boy Scott's project. Scott and Matt, they have this great chemistry on this album. It's great, kind of loungy, sort of synth pop, I guess. Not sure if that's a good description, but that's what I got. Either way, it's a fantastic album. Number 15, Amaro Freitas. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name properly. I'm probably not. But I also don't know if the album is YY or EE. I don't know. But I wasn't familiar with this person until this album came out, and I think it's fantastic. It's kind of avant-garde jazz, even though I kind of feel weird even calling it jazz, because I don't know, but that's the closest genre that I can think of when I listen to this. A lot of pianos, a lot of chimes, light percussion. I believe he's from Brazil, and you can kind of feel that Brazilian vibe to it. I listened to this a lot this year because it's absolutely perfect reading music. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful album. Number 14, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this person's name properly either. Lila Asia, I think. And the album is called Clivota, I think. But yeah, another album I just kind of stumbled across. I had never heard of this person until recently, but it's excellent cold wave with these dirty synth sounds and beautiful, and I mean beautiful, ethereal vocals. At number 13, we have Candelabrum with Transmutations. And this will probably raise up higher on the list as the year goes by. But yeah, this is an extremely interesting record from an extremely interesting band. You know, they started off as a really claustrophobic, nasty, raw black metal band. But this is still nasty and raw and claustrophobic, but it has these really interesting, almost post-punky parts that add a completely different vibe to the album. Like, at times, it seriously reminds me of The Fall. Like, if a black metal band discovered The Fall. And yeah, if that sounds like something you'd be into, then you should definitely check this out because it's awesome. Number 12, we have Nimbifer, which I'm probably butchering that. And another album title that I'm not going to try to pronounce, but it's on the screen. Read it for yourself. But yeah, this is great, riffy, kind of raw-ish black metal with really, really, really impressive songwriting. Like, this is an album that I get really pumped when I put it on, man. It's great riffing, great drumming, incredible vocals. It's just really, really good. I've liked this band for a while, but I definitely think this is their best album so far. Number 11 is a band that I haven't really paid that much attention to in a bit because they put out some albums that I just didn't really vibe with. But yeah, that's 6 Organs of Admittance, and the new album is called Time is Glass. And this is some of Ben Chasney's best work with this particular project. Gorgeous and intricate folk music with just great musicianship. At number 10, we have Sidan with Visual Kill, The Blossoming of Psychotic Depravity. And yeah, I've been a fan of this band since they showed up on the scene, pretty much. I really loved the demo. I liked but didn't love the first full length, and the second full length I think was actually a lot better, but this newest one is even better than that one. It's riffy black metal, great musicianship, and what drew me away a bit for those previous albums were the kind of metalcore-ish riffs that they throw in there, but those riffs are still present on this album, but I just think that they found a way to work them in perfectly, and I really, really like what they did with this album. At number 9, I have Jesse Daniel with Counting the Miles. Now this is just good old-fashioned country music, all right? And, you know, I've known about Jesse Daniel peripherally for a long time now, but I just did not give him a shot. And the reasoning, I will not lie to you, it's really dumb, but I'm weird about country music as someone that has been in Georgia for like 30 years, okay? If I hear a new country artist and they're not actually from the South, I'm really dismissive. Like, if I hear it, and even if I like some of it, if I look them up and they're from fucking Buffalo, New York, or, you know, Quebec, or just, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, just somewhere that's not the South, I'm like, I'm not listening to this. And yes, I know, it's really stupid. It's a dumb thing to do. It makes no sense. But we're friends, so I'm not gonna lie to you. That's just how I am. But yeah, Jesse Daniels from California. And for years, I was like, nope. Not interested, not listening to this. But I finally gave in and listened to this new album, and it's just fantastic. Really, really good, down home, roots country, played extremely well. I love it. And, you know, I wish I could just go back in time and smack myself for being such a dork, especially because I have friends who are like that with punk. I have friends who are like that with black metal, and I tease them, realizing that I'm just a big fucking hypocrite myself because I'm like that with a genre of music that I don't even really care that much about. So yeah, we're all just a big circle of dipshitty friends here. So yeah, the next one, 8. We have Black Celeste with Atavistic Possessions. And yeah, this is a band that can do no wrong to me. Raw black metal with a lot of atmosphere. They just really know how to do it and how to do it well. Like, a lot of bands, they try to reach this level of just filth and grossness, but it just ends up sounding lame. Lame and tame, but Black Celeste nails it every single time. It's just such good music if you like raw black metal. Number 7, Johnny Blue Skies with Passage du Désir. And I'm not French, so I'm fucking that up, but you know, again, it's on the screen, read it yourself. But yeah, this is actually Sturgill Simpson under a new moniker. And you know, I like Sturgill Simpson, but I keep just kind of forgetting about him because he puts out records that are good, but they're not nearly as good as his first couple of records. So yeah, I just don't really keep up with him that well. But this one is great. Sure, he sounds like a bootleg Waylon, but so what? You know, I love Waylon and I love this. So there you go. You know, Ko sounds like a bootleg Merle, and I don't hear people fucking complaining about that shit. So I'm not gonna ding this album. But yeah, this sounds like really well-crafted old school country with a lot of heart, a lot of soul. What I hear the most is some of Waylon's more southern rock kind of edge, and yeah, it's really good. At number 6, we have Golden Apes with Our Ashes at the End of the Day. And yeah, this is another band that I've been kind of familiar with, but I haven't really dug deep into their catalog. They've been around for like 20 years. And I've liked other albums they've done, but this is the first one that really like hit me hard and stuck with me. Like, it takes me back to the days when I was really obsessed with like the heavy goth rock sound, or even like the goth metal sound, stuff like older Moonspell, so some of the Tiamat stuff, especially the band Dreadful Shadows. When I heard this album, it immediately made me think of them, and that is a huge plus because I love that band. But yeah, this is great. These guys do this sound so well. The music is really well done. It's heavy, but it's not too heavy. The riffs are actually catchy and infectious, and the vocals are just perfect. Moving along, number 5, we are down to the top 5 of 2020. Number 5, we have Knocked Loose with You Won't Go Before You're Supposed To. And I think most of you know who this band is, and most of you for some reason get super surprised when I say I like this band. And I guess I get it. I guess I sort of get it, because I don't really talk about modern hardcore bands that much. But yeah, this shit is undeniable in my opinion. I only discovered them like a year or so ago, but yeah, I talked about them in a vinyl video, so I won't go too deep into how I discovered them, but I absolutely love this band and I love this album. It's super heavy, it's super creative, and yeah, man, I really think that this band is something special, especially for being such young dudes, but yeah, they're awesome. Number 4, we have Shambaka Hutchings with Perceive Its Beauty, Acknowledge Its Grace. And yeah, this is beautiful, beautiful avant-garde jazz. Shambaka is someone that's been putting out really interesting music for about a decade now. And I think that this is the first one that really grabbed me and did not let me go. I know him more for being a saxophone player, but on this album, he's playing more flutes, like all different types of flutes. There's also a lot of viola, violin, piano, harp, and yeah, it's got features from Elucid, features from Saul Williams. Yeah, it's just such an amazing album. Number 3, we have More Mother with The Great Bailout, and this is an avant-garde experimental album. Sorry, I don't know any other way to describe it, even if those terms don't really mean that much to certain people, but yeah, this album, I feel like it dabbles in free jazz, it dabbles in like Afrofuturism and industrial and ambient. It covers the gamut. It's got it all, and at no point does it feel disjointed or random. Instead, it feels really complete and emotional and deep, and I just love every minute of this album. Like, the instrumental backdrops are all just expertly crafted, and everyone who shows up to do vocals gives so much to this album. Like, it's just amazing. Number 2, we have Alceste with La Chance de l'Aurore. I did a full review of this album on the Heavy Metallurgy channel, so I encourage y'all to go check that video out if you want to hear my full thoughts on this album. I'll link it down there in the description section, but I think this is an absolutely stellar, heavy-ish shoegaze record. Incredibly written songs with such intricacy while still pushing this idea of this subtle and understated passion. Man, the songwriting here is just, it's just amazing, man. But yeah, I think this album is fantastic, and yeah, it could only be knocked out by one other album, y'all, and that is my number 1 pick for the album that I listen to the most. Not necessarily the best album of 2024, but the album that I listen to the most of 2024. My favorite album of 2024. And that is Secrets with Towards the Night Side. This is the newest project from Zwarte Tattoo's, and it's exactly the kind of music I love from him. Incredibly played, atmospheric black metal with impeccable riffs, perfectly placed keys, and the vocals sound incredible. You know, a lot of people will immediately go straight to Emperor when talking about, you know, black metal that have like synth sounds without all the way being symphonic black metal. And yeah, it actually fits here, that description. Like, this sounds like Emperor. It sounds kind of like Lambonic art. Not quite as symphonic, of course, but you get the idea. But nothing, in my opinion, nothing black metal wise is coming close to this album this year. Zwarte Tattoo's has just this amazing way of writing music that just, it sticks in my brain. And yeah, this album is perfect to me. So yeah, lastly, I am preemptively calling it, if Over drops a full album this year, it's gonna be the best of the year. It's gonna be the best of the year. These singles that they've been releasing are just incredible. So yeah, if their full length sounds anything like the music that they've been releasing lately, then yes, it will be the best of the year. That is, unless The Cure drops. So we'll see. That shit probably won't drop until whoever the fuck wins the next presidency is leaving the office. I'm being negative. I hope he drops it this year, because, you know, I love you, Robert Smith. Do me a favor, man. I need this. I need this album. I need this. Don't let your fans down. Your fans being me. I'm the only fan that matters. I'm gonna stop. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave your best of 2024 list down there in the comment section so we can all share music back and forth, because that's the whole fun of this whole thing. And yeah, as usual, thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you, and I'll see y'all next time. All right, peace out.